Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Tarot Spinning. My name's Kathy and today we're going to do a Pickacard for the month of June. Oh, that looks like about the right amount. And as I'm chatting on, we'll... Oh, there's one. I'm just saying the readings are timeless, so even though we're doing this at the end of May and it's going to be for the month of June, if you did happen to watch this reading, you know, in 3 months' time, whenever you're watching it would be for the month that's coming out ahead of you. But if you're watching it as it goes up onto the channel, it is for June. And it will say for June, but doesn't necessarily mean it has to be like that. So you can make it fit. It's a multi-fit reading. No. It's one of those things, if you feel prompted to pick this reading and have a listen, there'll be a message here for you. That's how it rolls. You're listening to your own guidance when it comes to what readings you're picking on YouTube or whatever platform you're watching them on. It's you that's guiding you to listen to the news or information coming through. So anyway, enough chattel. That was I think they're Work Your Light, Shine Your Light. Shine Your Light, Work Your Light Oracle, Messages from the Mermaids. I'll just put down, these are the crystal cards. Pop a crystal card out for everyone for the month of June. For them to flick. Jam them in there, they're slightly bigger. Right. And these are the Shaman's Dream Oracle, which are quite nice. So we'll get one of these each, and I have a fairly good selection there then. Some might not be enough. One card off the top is all we need. Okay. Rightio. Looks pretty good. Hey, reading one. This is reading one. Reading one's this beautiful piece of GreenOpal. It's got a little bit of brown in it. It's quite pretty. So I'm going to have a bit of a spin now, reading one, and see what cards you get for reading one for your month for June, the energy for June. Okay. We've got light, boundaries, where you need to establish better boundaries. Got ruby, passion, root and sacral chakras. And a tidy house, clarity and organisation. It's card 1, card 35, and these guys don't have numbers, so 35 and 1 in case somebody was interested. Okay, with these cards, we've got light, boundaries, ruby, and a tidy house. Well, straight away, that tidy house, clarity and organisation, it's not necessarily just to do with the house, it's actually to do with your life. So with that tidy house card, it's like taking an inventory of your life, and you're virtually going to be looking across and thinking, what do I want? What don't I want? It's like you're going to go through and it's like you're going to clean a house, but you're cleaning your actual life. It's a bit odd, even though it shows the house on there. It's nothing really to do with going and vacuuming the floor or anything. It's about sorting out your life, and just the way it works, and looking at it going, and you've got boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? And cleaning house, it can actually be to do with cleaning out relationships, friends, people that they just don't have the same energy as you anymore, and you've sort of been hanging on to them just out of sympathy, sort of is a way to put it, like just out of a bit of compassion and all that. So I feel like it's time to start putting a line in the sand and sort of, starting to make choices and change how and what. And of course, Ruby is passion, root, and sacral chakras. It's all to do with love, relationships. It's just the repeat of the repeat, but everything here is lining up with each other. And then we have light. Well, light is keeping your energy up and keeping yourself lit on some level. It keeps your energy high. There's no drain. There's no dragging you down. And these dust bunnies, which are these relationships, even situations, like you might not be happy with something at your work, it can go into all areas in your life. It can be relationships, because you have got the passion with the root and sacral chakras. So that is, if you're single, there's new love. If you tidy up the house a bit, that new love's going to have, the energy will adjust and that new love will flow in. So there's a message there for the singles. If you're in an established relationship and you're pretty happy to stay there, there might be a reignition of passion. There might be a recalibration. It's like you actually start thinking about, today's the day, make the change. It's that sort of feeling like things are going to pick up or speed up. The boundaries definitely makes me feel of more to do with friends or family that are, see in the card how they've got all their hands out and they're all wanting. They all want just stuff from you, time, energy, money, whatever they want stuff from you, and you're constantly, as she is lying there with her arms out, like she's nailed to the cross there. She's sacrificing. She's constantly giving, and it could be family and friends that do that, your extended or immediate family, and it might be time to put some boundaries in place to help your light. Your light's going to pick up through this. It's an overall win-win situation if you take heed and start listening to the main card. Here will be that tidy house. It's going to come in and actually help you start to notice things that you might not have noticed before. But anyway, I'll put some tarot out. This is for reading 1 with the green opal. I'll get some cards for reading 1, please. And see what else we can go a bit deeper into this reading. Oh, nearly flew out. There we go. If it didn't get its way out, it will have to be relying on its mates to do the job. Put them on top. I'm working out which way I'm going to be dealing these out. Okay, here we go. Here's the 2 of Cups, 9 of Wands, 7 of Pentacles. Because I can't really move all this, I'm just going to do a layer of 3 across here, and we'll just work away with that. Queen of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and the Ace of Cups. So here we go, guys. We have definitely got some romance or partnership. Now, it can be romantic as in romantic love, and it can be friendship, like good quality friendship as well. And with that card coming in, that ruby is to do with passion and love picking up, and that energy coming in around you in that month of June. So the 9 of Wands here beside it, but definitely has got that little bit of a feeling of being a little bit tired, a little bit exhausted, and a little bit had it. You got the 7 of Pentacles there, which is the farmer's card, which is you're tending to the crops. You're waiting for things to come into play. So with that 9 of Wands sitting in there, you've definitely been feeling the inklings of this tidying the house. You've got that little bit of thoughts about how you're going to work these things out and how you're going to put your voice out and say what you think and, work it all round. The Queen of Pentacles is definitely to do with a bit of luxury and having a few special treats. It's a bit of extra money that you spend on yourself. Maybe you go and get a beauty treatment, things like that. It feels like that sort of energy. High Priestess here is your relying back on your intuition when it comes to the nigglings and the whispers that are coming through, those feelings that are coming in. You're relying on your intuition to show you what, it's like trying to make sense of something, because if something's been around you, friends or family have been around you for heaps of time, sometimes it's really hard to see when you're so close to it all. It's a bit hard to see things. So if you do get an inkling, you're still waiting on your intuition to pick in and actually help guide you through what do I need, what am I going to get from this, which way will I go. But here's the Ace of Cups here with this, with the Ace of Cups. It definitely comes into that feeling of love and a good, you're feeling really confident in your own emotions and your own choices that you're making, like what you're actually about to pick and do. You're feeling quite confident. So this isn't something that you've just thought like, oh, I'm just going to change out and get rid of these friends or whoever, relationships. You're not getting rid of people just on the click of an eye. You're definitely, click of a finger, I mean, click of an eye. You're definitely taking your time, thinking it over and making sure, and you're going to do it in quite a very light, positive way. I don't feel like you can really sit down and talk to some of these people in conversations and just explain that you're changing, your light level or your energy level's changing and you want to change how and what you've got in your life. They won't understand that, so you're just going to have to, you won't ghost them, but you're definitely going to just put some distance. I feel like there's just going to be some distance put in there, unless it is severe and you have to actually sit down and say, we're broken up, or, if it's a relationship, it'd have to be a bit more serious. You can't just ghost somebody like that. But we'll read on, because it's a general read. There's all different people out there that the shoe's got to fit. Knight of Swords, so that's news and information coming in. That's that we're talking about, the thoughts and all the thinking about it down on that bottom line there, about thinking about which way it's all going to go. King of Pentacles here, if there is a new love, you've got a man that really likes to, and this could be a woman, but because here it's the man in the picture, but it could be a woman too. He really likes the finer things in life. He's like, if we're going to have dessert, let's have the biggest, if we go out for dinner, you're going to have dessert. We're going to have a drink. He likes to live it up wherever you go and whatever's going on. He likes to always live it up and live large. It's the feeling I get off that card. Four of Pentacles there is a little bit of restriction, and I don't feel it's to do with money this time. I really feel it's to do with you're sitting there and you're a little bit hesitant as to which way to go with some of this house cleaning. You're feeling the push to do it, but I feel like you're still a little bit hesitant to actually step in and actually look at sorting it out with people in and around you. You don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. You sort of want to, you'll throw yourself under the bus to keep them happy. So we got the Two of Swords here, and that is that two minds. That's that indecision that I was just talking about. Six of Wands, and then the World. So I feel like there's definitely the Victory card coming in here, and there's the World. We had one more card, which was, of course, the Wheel of Fortune with it. Well, we have to have that with the World, because that's the 10 and that's the 21. There's the twin cards there of halfway and the wheel's turning, and there's the next big spin of the wheel is the end of the major cycle. So I feel like there's a really big change in your life that's all about to go down and is happening in June, and this all spins off that big wheel. It feels like there's another layer under this. It doesn't feel like it's just the one thing, even though we've been talking all about relationships, etc. I feel, I'm going to just get this other deck, I feel like there's another layer to this. There's something, there's a lucky break, there's a lucky chance. This big situation comes in. I haven't got too many pentacles here, except for the 4, but I didn't read that as. And there's the 7 where you're all building, waiting for this change, this situation to come in. We'll get some more cards for reading 1, please, just to clarify this situation. Got a few there now. Sorry. Card fell on the floor, and if it's going to throw itself on the floor, I need to look at it. Alright, Page of Cups. So that's that invitation, like that energy's coming in, and it's to do with friendship or romance again. That's really weird. It's all to do with friendship and romance, but I've still got this big cycle here. Is just not. It's way too happy. You've got the Six of Wands, the World, and the Wheel of Fortunes, all to do with a really lucky break that's coming in around. So anyway, I'll read on. Knight of Swords, which is on the Knight of Swords, so that's a bit of a clarifier there to say that news and information's coming in pretty quickly. There's Strength, which again, it feels like this is a bit of a burden for you to have to work any of this emotional stuff. You're on a buzz here, but this emotional stuff needs to be looked at, and you're not wanting to. I feel like that's what that Two of Swords is to do with. You're not really wanting to look at what the overall energy is. You're not really wanting to deal with that at the moment. Oh, the Four of Pentacles on the Four of Pentacles. Oh my goodness, it's all right. I'm just having a laugh to myself. Page of Swords. So that's more news and information coming in. Seven of Swords. Yes, okay. Nine of Wands again. Two of Cups again, and the Page of Cups. Okay, let me have a look and see if we can work this energy out, what we've got going on. All right. This Seven of Swords is, and with the Nine of Wands, there is definitely someone around you that you need to get rid of this person from being around you. I don't really think they're talking about you so much behind your back, but they want something from you all the time. They're a taker, they're not a giver. That's how I read that energy. And this lucky break with the World, Ace of Cups, the World, and the Wheel of Fortune, there's quite a lucky situation coming in for you, around you. I don't have many Pentacle cards. It's just it could be a bit of money, but it's something that they're going to be, they want to get. It could be lucky on some other level that's to do with you get a promotion, you get you're in charge of something at work, or you get a situation where you've got some more abundance around you that you can actually help people get work, or you can help people, give them a job, you can help people. But there's just something to do with money, and there's something to do with the lucky situation with it. And this person, they're the takers. So as soon as this lights up for you, they were this friend that you saw on and off, but now all of a sudden they're going to turn up and be this, they want to be your bestie. They want to jump in and get right in amongst all this situation. And that Nine of Wands is that they're draining. They feel like they're draining. They're always draining you because they're always wanting something from you. And I feel like this is where the tidy house will come in. There's just a bit of that's what the whole message was about, is that I think it's only the one person, and it can be a relationship, like romantic, or it can be just a friend or a family member. But I feel like you definitely know who they are. And you're in two minds about which way to go with it, but I feel like you're going to have to say, you don't have to say anything too much. I think you can just start putting some distance between you and going down a different path. But whenever this lucky situation comes in, I'm going to ask, I want clarifier, just for the Wheel of Fortune and the World. Can we have clarifier for those, please? We'll see what we get. See if I can work it out, what that's to do with. King of Swords. It's a bit of legal stuff. Two of Wands. Four of Pentacles again. The Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles 3 times. Seven of Cups and the Moon. Alright. Okay guys, so we've got King of Swords, Two of Wands, Four of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, and the Moon. So, on that note, I'm going to go back with what I originally thought it was to do with, because we've got the Four of Pentacles 3 times in this reading. You definitely have some improvements with money. There's some improvements with money, and you've been given a promotion. You've got something has come around you that you've got a stronger standing in the material world. And whether it's actually to do with just money, which it sort of looks like with 3 times it's come out, looks like it's just to do with the actual money itself. Somebody, again, whoever this Seven of Swords is, they're impressed by wealth and power and status. Like that attracts them. They get very excited with anyone that's got any time your level rises up because of the Wheel of Fortune and the World all together here with that Ace of Cups. Something happens in your world that changes, and this person goes from being a bit of a vague friend to your bestie. They're just all over you like a rash, and it's because of what's happened here. They've sort of come rushing in like they're all of a sudden, they're as thick as molasses. It's the only way to put it. This moon energy, it's a bit hidden and a bit secret, and you intuitively from that High Priestess, you've known about this for quite some time. It's way back in the beginning of the reading. You've known about this person that I'm talking about. You had your suspicions. Like I said, your spidey senses were up. And when this situation comes into play, they're going to show themselves up really quite prominently. To have this come out 3 times in the same reading, that's the same energy. It's the same person around you. And I think all this other romance and all this other friendship and fun stuff, I still think that's all there, and it's all going to be quite good. But when all this world lights up for you with the Wheel of Fortune and the World energy here, how do I explain it? When everything lights up on your path and it all illuminates, they haven't been there holding your hand all the way that you've walked up to this point, but now when it really lights up and goes great, they're there. They come rushing in, and they're like all of a sudden your best friend. And I think this reading's a warning to say there's a lot of really good stuff coming in. You've got all passion, joy, your energy levels picking up. You've got to watch your boundaries, which is why that's exactly what that's all about. And the tidy house is to actually to clear this out and to push that energy and move that energy away. And I think, even though I think you've had your suspicions about this person or these couple of people, I feel like it's only one. This is the clarifying moment when this situation comes into play. They're going to be showing up because of the way they act, the way they're going to act, and the way they're going to carry on. You're actually going to be quite noticeably, you're going to notice it really easily what's going on, and that's going to be enough for you to go, okay, move that energy out, because I think they're going to drag you down. And they're there, they're sort of, it's like a peacock with a shiny was it the lyrebird that likes all the shiny objects? It's like anything that glitters is gold. They've got to race over and get in around it, and they're going to pull your energy down. They're going to pull the whole situation down. So I feel like this is all to do with, there's some really good energy coming in for you guys, but I really feel like there's one person that you might need to sort out. But anyway, we'll go on to the Making Magic and get another message from Spirit about the situation. We've got fire. The element of fire heralds new life, renewed passion, and positive transformation. Well, this is all this good, all that energy coming in, that's passion, and that's the card that actually says passion. And the light, now that's your light lifting, your energy's all lifting, which is a frequency lift. We'll get another one for reading one, please. Seeing it's a bit of a mystery bag there, on and off, trying to make the way. Breaking bad habits. Okay. Self-acceptance, excellent mental health, and letting go of vices. Well, this is the vice you can let go of, is that little vice there. We'll risk one more if it doesn't land in the gaps. This one. Love charm. Attract a lover, a soulmate, or a life partner. So that's all that, which is what is all going to come in around. This is all like a 2-layered situation. There's 2 things happening on top of each other in this reading. And the love charm is, you'll get the really good friend should turn up, or you should attract the energy. Once your energy lifts, the real good friend will come into play. Or when you tidy house and start making sure you put yourself first and your needs and wants first, and you know, make sure you're looking out for you first, your energy will lift, and then you'll bring in that love, the life, the soulmate, or the life partner, or attract the lover. So great reading one. Thanks for hanging out. I'll catch you all again next time. Bye for now. Hi, reading 2. Yes, guys, if you picked reading 2, you picked this beautiful little piece of, it's Lemurian crystal spear, and it's quite beautiful. It's got all little rainbows all inside of it. It's quite gorgeous, so a bit hard to pick up on the camera. I'll just sit your little spear up here. I won't put it up here because I dare say it's going to try and roll off, see if I can't smash it. But okay, reading 2, we're going to go ahead now and get you your cards. For reading 2, please. And if it lands there, I'm going to spin again, so fingers crossed it doesn't land there a second time. Yeah, that'll do. We'll have to go here. It's close. It sort of was in the middle there, but seeing there's nothing there, I don't have to really worry too much about the option because I'm pretty sure I can get it. We've got communication. We've got leap. You go first, the universe will catch you. So, bit of a leap of faith. You have Cinnabar, which is business and sacral chakra. And you've got Skybridge, possibilities for union. So we've got card 12 and card 47. Okay, reading 2. We've got, with Skybridge and Cinnabar, this is business, and of course the you go first, the universe will catch you in communication. The Skybridge is all about, you can see in the picture there's 2 big giant pillars, and the steps are up in the centre, are big floating stones going up to that big crystal sphere. It's sort of to do with your life taking a quantum leap. So the time has come all the way, it's led up to this point in time, and you're ready to take a really big step forward. And being the Cinnabar, the sacral chakra, which is to do with business, it looks like it's definitely going to be to do with career. And at the end of the day, that Cinnabar card is to do with you're about to get a promotion, you're about to, or have you ever wanted to go and get a new job, you wanted to take a chance and go, I'm going to start that, I'm going to leave this, I'm going to go start this other career, you're going to get a promotion. If you're in a situation where none of this is working and none of it applies, well, that's where the communication comes in. The communication is maybe it's time you went and sat down with management and said, I'm wanting to climb the ladder, I'm wanting to step up, I want to get to the next level, I want a promotion, I want to go and do a course and study to learn to be accepted, to be put in charge of this section, or whatever it is you're doing, depending how your workplace works. If you don't have the qualifications to step into the position you want to go into, go and talk to someone about what you have to do to achieve this situation. Now's the time. This month of June is going to be the time for you to step. Because the possibility for union, it's not really to do with attracting, it can be attracting a business partner for sure, but it's not really about romance. And of course you've got leap. You go first and the universe will catch you. So with that card playing in on it, they're virtually saying to you, be fearless, be a bit fearless, and don't, even if you never are usually, this is the time to have that little bit of courage come through. Let the courage, even though you could be just, you know, freaking out at the thought of it, step up and walk forward and go and chase up, be assertive. It's to be assertive, and it's to be assertive for you. So we get some cards for reading 2, please, about what's happening for these guys starting next month, which is the month of June. But like I said before, these readings are timeless, so if you do watch this in, say, November, it's going to be for the month of December. It'll be for the month that's the next month ahead of you. Just checking that I only got not too many flipped. They come first, second, which I'm not even going to do that actually. I'm just going to put them out and we'll read them like they fall out, like a mess. I'll read them wherever they are. Reading 2, we're going to have any more cards for reading 2, please. Get them any more info on this situation that's ahead of them. This big quantum leap, it's time. And the universe seems to think you're ready for a quantum leap. So, feels like a bit, you know, earth-shattering vibe, like the earth's going to shake. Then we've got the moon. We've got the Chariot and the Six of Swords. Well, we like to see that. It's a good omen to see. The moon is trusting your intuition, listening to the voice, trusting in that universe, because the universe is saying, here, you go first and the universe will catch you. So this is the time where you have to have trust and courage. There's the Chariot, and the energy and the movement of that energy is going to go forward. Six of Swords is a passage away from difficulties. So you're moving forward. You're actually physically moving into another area or another state. You've got the Emperor, you've got the Lovers, and you've got Strength. See what else we got there. I'll just grab them up. Okay. The Emperor's all about money, industry, big business, bosses, company, the owners of companies, the owners of being in charge or being in a company that's got big business involved in it. It can be all sorts of big business. I won't go into all the different ones because they'll just be rattling on too long. But that trusting yourself and not having fear is to not be too scared of the boss. I think if you just can summon the courage up to go and sit down and have a chat to them about what you want, or what is there an opportunity here for me, or you know, I think they'll actually be quite happy to see that you've got such a you've got that incentive to want to actually go and climb and come up in the company as well. So I feel like if you're working for somebody, if you approach them, I think you're going to get quite a good positive vibe from it. The Lovers here, well, the Lovers in this particular read isn't, I don't feel it's going to be the Lovers. It can be a business partnership, and the person you're with will be your equal. They're going to be very, even though there's no friends in business, yeah, I know the girl's saying, but in this particular situation, there definitely can be really great friends in business, where, because you're both on the same page. So if you think the same, things are going to work out quite all right, because your energy is very equal and very positive. And it also, the Lovers can mean a choice between two things. So there could be, because it's sitting on the Chariot, you could actually be offered a choice next month and you're not sure which way to go. You actually get stuff's coming at you, you know, left, right and centre, and you're like, oh, what am I going to do? You have the Strength card here, so the Strength is virtually just reassuring you that you're able to go ahead and you're going to be fine to weather the storm. It's not going to be too much for you, even though it might be a bit of a shiver up the spine at times. The Strength card's coming in to say that you're going to be fine. You got the Ten of Wands, which is you've been working hard, and the Nine of Wands with it, you know, beside each other here. You've been working quite hard at achieving, and you've been, you know, working behind the scenes. If you're working for somebody else, even in your own business or for somebody else, you're putting in the effort and you're putting in the physical energy towards getting a reward. And there's the Sun. Well, the Sun is a beautiful card because it virtually just shows you all the daffodils, and then the sun's shining in a positive force upon you and upon this reading to say that things are going to go in your, it's a yes, it's a big yes. That's what that card means. King of Swords. Now, if this is somebody that's decided to take on their own business, they've been maybe toying around with it for a long time, because this has been a long time coming. It's not just an overnight thing where you went, oh, I might do this tomorrow. You've been thinking or dreaming about this for quite a long time, and this is the legal side of it there. There's a bit of legality and a bit of contract stuff, and he's just coming in to say, check everything, make sure you get it checked, Make sure you read the fine print. It's not really an omen to say watch out. He's definitely there to say make sure you know. Ask a lot of questions. Nobody's ever going to think you're silly for asking questions, because when it comes to contracts, there could be something there in that contract that you just didn't understand, and instead of sort of thinking, oh, I don't want to look unintelligent a bit, but by asking, do. That's what he's there saying to you. If there's something in that contract that you think, what does that actually mean? You actually just say, what does that mean? Because you know what contracts look like usually. It's like it's been written by, someone. It's always a bit of gobbledygook, so to speak. It's always a little bit how they phrase the commentary in contracts. That's why they have solicitors and stuff, because they talk that language. They know what's going on there. So that's what you pay them for. So if they're there, ask them. Or if you can't and don't have legals, go to an elder. Go to somebody that you know that's got some business sense, and get them to have a look and explain it to you or help you work it out. Just because he's there, I keep getting that feeling. They keep rattling on to have a look at that fine print. And then there's the intuition. The Queen of Cups is that intuition coming in, and you're going to go first, and the universe is going to catch you. So if you step up and have a go, the universe is virtually saying, because this is that quantum leap, and that's them saying that your life is ready for this really big change. So it can be quite an auspicious time, quite an exciting time for you guys. It's courage. You got the Strength card. You got courage and fear that's got to have to sort of be sorted out. But if you can get through it, you're really going to be quite proud of yourself when you get out the other side of it. And of course the Cinnabar's business, so how much obvious can it get? But the communication, you definitely need to talk to other people, brainstorm, talk to people, go and talk to people that are in business or people that you know that have got business experience, and get a few opinions. Don't just go to one person, get a few different viewpoints. Okay, the last bit of info we need for reading 2, please. All right, there's a little wad of them fell out there. There's the Ace of Wands, so that's the new gestation, the new birth of this situation coming in, and it's whether it's your own business or whether you're getting given an opportunity in a business situation to go into a different area. 5 of Pentacles, that's all good. 5 of Cups, oh, that's even good. The 3 of Swords, yeah, well, we had to get those nice little fellas out there. And we got the Knight of Cups, the 4 of Cups, and the Star. Well, there's the Star coming in. We love to see her. She's great. And they've got the Emperor with the Emperor, so we'll put him up there. The Emperor was already there, we saw that. This is the energy that would be, because I said this has been a long time coming. The 5 of Pentacles has been that little bit of lack on and off, and having to struggle and watch your money on and off. A bit of disappointment. You've tried a few things in the past and some things haven't worked out, like if it's to do with having promotions, being noticed for working really hard. If you're trying to start or get your own business going, you have stepped in and tried something and it didn't actually work, because you've got the 3 of Swords, which is a bit of heartache. So it's not your first time at the rodeo. You've been here and done this before, and that's why there's that bit of fear and that little bit of, once bitten, twice shy feeling. So don't blame me for that. And there's the 4 of Cups, which is that the same feeling of what you've been offered in the past to what you think you should be getting wasn't equaling out. It wasn't what you wanted. But now, with the Star energy, you got the King of Cups, the Star, and the Balanced Temperance is healing, which is healing all that old energy that was up here. With the 7 of Swords, that's a theft of time, energy, and money. So it's your own theft of time and energy of yourself, with all the effort you've put in the past. That's a little, might be just for certain people out there that are hearing that. It's not the first time they've done this and went round in a circle, but now this is saying that you've got all the cards here line up, and they're all even saying, like this one, you go first, the universe will catch you. So at the end of the day, you're gonna have to get brave and take another step up and have a go. But you've got the Emperor here a second time. That is to do with being in charge and being the boss, being put in charge of other people, being in charge of your own business. It's all to do with the power play and being quite confident in that seat. Once you get in that seat, you're going to be quite at home in that seat. Seeing he's here twice. Temperance is a healing of all that past energy, and to have that nice feeling of things working out and going in your favour. And you've got the Star. Well, the Star is divine intervention. So she's the energy coming down, and she's the gleaming, shining star that's in, that's lighting up everything dark that was in this area. Is all going to light up and come into its rightful place now. And we'll just grab out, because I did it for reading 1. I'll just grab out. Got a couple of last little cards from my little tiny tarot. My little tiny tarot. Okay, I only wanted 3, but I got 4. There's the 5 of Pentacles again. So you have had and been in that bit of lack, and the 4 of Pentacles. So that's an increase in finances and a bit more money, and things coming your way a bit more the way you want it to go. And there's the Emperor again, guys. For the 3rd time we have the Emperor. Please stand up if you're the Emperor. Okay. So the Emperor is just the omen to say that this is going to actually be, it's going to go in your favour. Things are going to go the way you want them to go. And it's going to happen pretty fast. So there's the 8 of Wands coming in, which is a really fast-moving energy, and it's communication and action and movement all coming into the read. So great reading 2. We're going to just pop a bit of Making Magic out. We forgot them. And we get the last word for reading 2, please. Okay, I'll leave that one there. Now I'll pop these out. This one flipped out and it flipped up, so I actually could see what it was. So when it does that, it tells me that it would like to be seen. So I'll get a spin. Get a card for reading 2, please. Time to shine, guys. Time to shine. Creates the energetic resonance for golden opportunities, and it will be. All this Cinnabar and Skybridge leap in communication, it will be time to shine, guys. It's going to all go. Even though you had all that past energy there, that's going to be healed and fixed, because what's going to happen now is going to be the balance is all going to come into play. Oh, that one, please. Earth. Ask the elements of earth, the grounding, stability and strength in times of chaos. So that's when the fear comes up. When that fear comes up, because it was in that reading, that energy was in the reading there, you had the fear that was coming up through. When the fear comes up through, depending where you are and what's happening, when you get a chance, go for a quick walk. Go out and stand on the ground outside. Make sure you eat and drink properly. It's all that grounding energy that will help any times where you're feeling a bit fragmented and a bit frazzled, because this is all going to come in pretty quickly. Abracadabra with wings. Fantastic, good fortune and lucky chances. Okay, that's it, guys. We can't sort of line them up any better than that. I think that's a thumbs up. So good on your reading 2. Thanks for hanging out, and catch you all next time. Bye, reading 2. Hi, reading 3. This is your crystal. You picked a bit of rose quartz for your reading. Quite a nice little natural piece. So just going to pop that up there. And if that candle runs out, I will light another one. But let's get the show on the road. Okay, guys, this is for reading 3. Oh, not much of a spin there, people. My finger sort of flew off it. We'll see what happens. It still wanted to stop there. Okay, all good. Reading 3. Reading 3, we have trust. The crumbling. What are you clinging on to? So something's falling away. We have Okanite. Okanite, past life patterns, all chakras. And we have Deep Diver, diving into a task. So that is card number 10 and card number 30. And these guys don't have any numbers. Okay guys, with these cards we've got, it's past life patterns and all chakras, so it doesn't have to just be past life patterns, it actually just can be some patterns that are fixed in you at the moment, and it's the way you look at things and the way you see or think about things. And being it's with the crumbling, trust and the deep diver, diving into a task. So the deep dive is all about discovery and diving into an unknown place. You can't see the bottom, but you're going to dive in and you're going to have a go and see what you can discover if you dive down into the dark depths, which is like a bit of shadow work. So it feels like this is definitely a little bit to do with the shadow side. But it's not really heavy. It doesn't feel really heavy. The crumbling is what are you clinging on to. So there is something that's wanting to, it feels like something wants to break away or be let go of. There's something in your life that will be wanting to leave, or your higher self will be wanting it to leave. And you've got to trust that when this change comes in, it's a very human condition to not be very comfortable with actual change. That's something that we all struggle with on some level. When it comes to actual real change, it can be a little bit daunting. So this is one of those times where they're sort of saying for you to trust that if you let this go, or be curious and actually step into that other energy and dive down and have a look into something that you don't usually look into, you won't have to wonder about what it is. It's going to come up and show itself to you. It's going to bubble up. It's going to come into your thought patterns. It's going to come into your awareness. You're going to be aware of what this is about. So on that note, reading 3, we will go in, and I just had a look at that rose quartz. So definitely a bit to do with the heart chakra. Even though we didn't get the heart chakra, it'll be to do with the heart. So can we get some cards for reading 3, please? I'll get my focus back on my cards. Reading 3, please. Holy dooly, we can't have that many. That's half the deck. We can have them. Reading 3, please. Alright, they just must be saying we're coming out. You're not stopping us. Oh no, there wasn't many there. I thought it was a heap. Reading 3, please. Get some cards for reading 3. For the deep diver. The Aconite. Oh. Dear, oh dear, that was a bit savage. I would have bet that card. Sorry, little card. What card were you that I crippled? Oh, the Knight of Swords. Okay, sorry about that. I tried to stop the flick because there was too many, and it got caught in the line of action, line of fire. It got hit. Okay, guys, what have we got? Okay. That was what I did see come out fairly early. The Pentacle, 3 of Pentacles, some Justice, some Judgment, High Priestess. Okay, I'll get these sorted out a little bit here, guys. Quite an actual positive read, to believe it or not, even though it was looking a bit scary up the top there. We've got the 4 of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, the 3 of Pentacles, Justice, 10 of Cups, Knight of Swords. I'll just stick with them for starters. We'll get back to these in a minute. With that 4 of Cups, there's something that has and is and was, whether it's still sitting on you now, there's a bit of a disappointment, not very happy about something that's happened, and it's on an emotional level. Something might be coming up to be sorted out. And even though I don't have the 6 of Cups there, it feels like it's from the past. There's something from the past there that... And see, with this card, the other tricky part of this is sometimes this isn't from this lifetime, it's from past lifetime, like lineage. It's like stuff that's coming through that we karmically have. And there's an opportunity every lifetime for all of us to break this past energy that comes and is virtually, it's like it's stuck on us. So whether it's just a note, just a side note there, that whether this 4 of Cups is to do with your emotions or a situation that keeps coming up, and it's a repeating pattern because I just keep seeing it. See that how there's a circle here of this beautiful gold ring. So that's a hint for you guys out there that are trying to work this out. There's a repeating pattern that's playing out all the time in your life. It keeps coming up. And it might not rear its head for a couple of years, months, 10 years, but it always comes back round. And when it's like a scorpion, I see it like in my head, I see a scorpion, and it's that sting of that scorpion, because when it actually hits you, it hurts. It really hurts your heart. I don't have the Three of Swords there, but it feels like the Three of Swords with the stabbing heart. So that's the energy, and that's what's going to be coming through some of this feeling of these cards here, with this diving into a task. Now here we've got, because we've got Justice sitting on that too. Ace of Pentacles is a new opportunity or a new news and information coming in. Because it's an ace, it's the birthing of a new way. It's to do with career and money, this one. It's definitely got a bit of that vibe. It has at this point anyway. Because here's the creativity that's going into, it can be to do with art and creation, but it also can be to do with a builder, a gardener. He's planting, he's building a house, it can have all that energy. So it doesn't have to just be like, painting on canvas. It can be creating and building, an idea coming in to build, because you're building money, see? So building is building at your own career, or going into your own career, or having a go at doing a career that you've always wanted. Now with this, you've got the Justice card on here, which is balancing out energies, and it's also justice for you, that in the past, whatever that disappointment and that constant situation that was coming up, there's some justice coming in to say things are going to even out a bit for you. And one of the big reasons why is you've got the Ten of Cups here. Now the Ten of Cups is that beautiful energy of a really happy family, a really firm, solid foundation. It's just perfection of the human heart. So if that's just sort of saying how good you feel, it's a emotional feeling. And there's this news and information coming in quite quickly about change and about situations changing around. Now you've got another ace. You've got the Ace of Wands, you got the Hermit, and we've got the Nine of Pentacles. So with this Ace of Wands, it is a bit, this deck always is a bit of the magician in it. So you've got all the tools and all the talent necessary to go ahead into this path, or to have a go down this road and have a look. All this up here is to do with an emotion. So whether it's sort of picking up on this feeling of, it could be that every time you try and do something, or try to have a go and make it yourself, or go into your business, or go into your path, somehow something always disappointed and never worked out the way you wanted it to. It just all flopped. It just feels like a bit of a flop. Well, you always had the tools, and you've always had all the energy needed to do it. And you sort of know that on some level. You always knew that, because that's the Hermit there. This is the inner side of you that knows that you're capable to be able to do what's in front of you. But something in life always held it back from you, or stopped it from progressing, or coming to fruition. But here's the Nine of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles is that really good lucky break, that lucky chance, that one thing you needed to fall, that you needed the one thing to fall into place for things to progress and roll and go forward. Well, here you've got Judgment, the High Priestess, and the World. So with these cards all in a line, that's just great energy. You've got waking up to a whole new way of life, and a whole new vibrancy and energy coming in that's making you feel you're ready to go and get it. You're ready to go, march straight on into it and go for it. So maybe this life pattern, if I'm reading this right now, I'm starting to feel like what you're clinging on to, yeah, you're not. This is the time in this lifetime, and this moment's come, that it's just got that vibe to it there, that time has come. Time has finally come, and it's time for this to change. So that life pattern, whatever shadow work, because we had that shadow work there, whatever the shadow work was that you've done, and even that diving back down inside and going over that process, you've actually maybe broken the chains from the past, and you've actually trying to clear that energy out. You might be sweeping it out the door and getting rid of it, because we have waking up to a whole new life. The High Priestess, which is you're very much confident and in your own power, and you're sitting very squarely there, comfortably, doing what I'm doing. No, she's got the crystal ball. I don't have the black cat on the table, but I'll have to get one. And then you've got the World. Well, the World's the end of this big cycle and the end of that big change coming around. So that's the big omen there on the end of that read to say that this pattern and this cycle that you've been either stuck in this lifetime or for however long, it's going to stop. It's going to cease. Oh, that just wants to go because it just fell out of the top. So we'll just get a couple of more cards for reading 3 with this big life change. Feels like it's a big life change coming in for reading 3. And we say it's for June. But like I said in the other reads, if you're watching this in August, it's for September. It's for the next month in front of you when you see this reading. Okay, guys, we've got the Ten of Cups, which is already back under here, is the Ten of Cups. So that's confirmation again to say that you've got that perfection of the human heart. The Hierophant, which we had. The Hermit, now we've got the Hierophant. So this is the mastery. It's the teacher. You're becoming the master. You're not the apprentice anymore. It's like you're mastering this situation. The Queen of Cups, intuition. That's like the High Priestess, trusting your gut, going with your intuition, and being in tune with that energy, the universe that's in and around. We've got the Four of Swords. Yes, there's going to be a little bit of rest and recuperation because you have been at this for a long period of time. It's been going on and on. Got a mosquito trying to bite me, just killing it. Queen of Swords, a bit of brainstorming. And the Ten of Pentacles on the World. So it's looking really good, guys. It's looking like things, it's not, you're not going to be thinking about things anymore. It's actually all going to be happening and it's all going to start playing out. So that's going to be the proof of it all when it comes into play. But the Four of Swords is a little bit of rest and recuperation. When you actually get to the top of the hill and you can see out in front of you, you actually look like you've got yourself up over the hump. You're over the hump day. Make sure you stop and have a little bit of a break. Mosquito. A little bit of a break, and I killed it. Good one. A little bit of a break. A little bit of rest and recovery. Just a small, even a little getaway, or yeah, I feel like it's definitely a little trip. You've got the Queen of Swords here, which is the brainstorming situation, and she's sitting on the High Priestess and the Hierophant. So there must be a little bit, you'll be a little bit of details you'll have to take care of, but it's nothing too heavy. It's going to be quite all right. And then you've got the Ten of Pentacles, which is this really good omen for family, inheritance, money that will help your family or the the people who depend on you or around you. It's like it's good solid money, like an investment sort of situation. It feels like. And I just grabbed out some tiny tarot because we did for the other reads. And then we have, oh well, something a bit different. The energy's moving along. You've got the Two of Cups and the Six of Cups. So it can be somebody from the past, family or friends coming around you. And there's a bit of a celebration. I don't really get it as being so much as the lovers, but it's definitely like a bit of a celebration, and you're toasting with somebody because this is quite an achievement that you've got through, and get this cycle's coming, this part of this one part's coming. Oh, that just went out. I'm not going to load it now because we're all but finished. But that's the Chariot energy coming in, even though it's only a little tiny card. It says a lot, and that Chariot is that energy moving and pushing through this pattern that's coming out in front of us here. So, okay, guys, we're getting a bit of making magic now. You're getting that one. Just to finish this read off. And you're getting that one too. And on that note, I know what I'm like at flicking them. I'll pop them out now, and we'll just grab one more. And this is for reading number 3 with the rose quartz, please. And don't forget to trust that this is all being divinely guided. And I feel like your heart's going to feel a little bit lighter and happier when all this is sorted out. Safe and happy travel. See, this will be that little break. I really felt like you were going to go on a little break. So I feel like there's protection from harm when journeying. So protection on all levels. You're going to have a little blessed break, a little getaway. It's going to be great. We've got power symbol. Cleanse, purify and protect the physical body. So that's with that energy again, that energy where I said you need to have a break, you need to stop and have just a reset for even a couple of days. You just need to have that little bit of time. Successful career. Well, this is what we were talking about up the top here about this career, or changing that situation around that's not worked before but I feel it will now. A happy working environment, pay rises and promotions. So that is, got something jumping around behind me. Don't know, it must be a dog or a cat. I'll find out. But that's it for you, reading 3. Quite a good reading. Another very synchronistic one again, so that's great. Thanks for hanging out and stopping by. See you all next time.